Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what your financial destiny is. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear these messages. As we dive into this reading together, remember, as always, to take what resonates from these readings and leave what doesn't. And if you are new here, welcome. I am so glad you found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am a wealth activator, a money mindset and manifestation expert, a channel, and an oracle deck author. We actually have two of my decks here that we will use throughout the readings. Now, before we take a look at our decks, pick our cards, dive into our readings, I want to make a quick announcement, because if you are ready to make this year, to make 2025 your most abundant year yet, I have some really special and limited time ways to work with me throughout this year to do so. Because this year I am truly on a mission to help more people radically transform their financial realities from the inside out and really learn how to master abundance from a soul level. So first of all, I have my Wealth by membership, which is only $25 a month. It gives you tons of resources to up your money manifesting game. This is a great place to start if you are on kind of the newer part of your wealth journey, if you want to start to dip your toe into really transforming your financial reality. I've had people spend a year in the Wealth Vibe and manifest amazing things like dream cars, doubling their income, dream homes, and so much more. And this February, we're starting a new challenge in there that will help you up-level your relationship with money and up your money magnetism, which I'm just so excited about. I also have a brand new program called The Wealth Revolution, which allows you to work with me for this entire year and also gives you free access to the Wealth Vibe membership. But in the Wealth Revolution program, we're going deeper into completely transforming your paradigms around money, your personal beliefs, the way you approach money and work with it and think about it and act around it. The whole program is centered around the 4 energetic keys for embodying and manifesting wealth that I personally use over and over to hit new levels of success and income with ease, from going from 2K months to 20K months to 50K cash months to 80K sales months and beyond. We just started the Wealth Revolution program last week, and it is honestly some of the most powerful work I've ever done, and we're just getting started. It is phenomenal. People in there are already manifesting unexpected money in the most simple and yet mind-blowing ways. So if it calls to you, definitely check it out. Come join it, because it's going up in price very soon, probably at the end of this month. I also have high-level group and private mentorship, which have very limited spots, and I have special pricing on 12-month mentorship through probably again the end of this month as well. But actually my private mentorship is currently filled, though I do have a wait list starting to form, so you can jump on that. Or there is the group mentorship if you want to work closely with me right now this year. That is the highest level I currently have available with me to do so. So if changing your relationship, your energy, your point of attraction around money, and really mastering wealth is a priority for you in 2025, and you want support, resources, and guidance along the way, definitely check out all those different offers. Find whichever level is right for you. I will link them all below in the description and pinned comment. I would just be so honored to get to be a part of your journey, to get to help you truly understand how to tap into the internal power you have and translate that into external abundance. Now, let's run through the decks and their crystals so that you can pick your reading. So today we have deck 1 with green Aventurine, deck 2 with Labradorite, and deck 3 with Peacock Ore. We will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings. If more than one deck is calling to you, that just means that there's guidance for you in each of the readings. So pause the video and take however long you need to tune into your inner guidance, to see which of these decks or crystals you are just intuitively drawn to, and then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever deck or decks you're called to. Hello, deck number 1. This is your reading to uncover what your financial destiny is in this lifetime. Now, as we start this reading, I want to say that I believe that all of us came here to experience abundance. I don't think anyone's soul came into this life to have desires for prosperity and then be fated to never achieve them no matter what. I think we sometimes may learn lessons through not having money or through that pursuit of wealth we desire in whatever form it takes, but those are just lessons. Those states of being, those states of having or not having abundance are all temporary. And I believe ultimately that we are all destined for wealth. But the wealth that each of us is uniquely destined for, the path that leads to that wealth for each of us, that is different for everyone. So this reading will uncover what kind of wealth you are destined for and what the path to it from here right now looks like for you. All right, let's move your crystal out of the way and start shuffling. I just saw 111 on my phone for you, so that is some nice confirmation that you were in the right place. I'm going to just see. Let's see what we have coming up. First from my wealthy woman Oracle deck. I'm laughing because this card, this is bountiful blessings. This is all about having more than you desire, having all your desires, having them line up for you, and all you have to do is just put one foot in front of the other, take that next step, and then they come to you. And this is the card, this first card, this is the card that I pulled for your financial destiny, deck one, is that you're meant to have the things you desire in this lifetime. You're meant to have more than enough. You're meant to have the way money or abundance or prosperity flows to you feel like a dream. That's what your destiny is. That's where you're meant to eventually end up. It's meant to feel like you leap and the universe catches you. You take the step and the money shows up. You walk in faith that what you want is coming and it comes, right? Like you are meant to ultimately be walking in the energy of miracles. You're meant to exist, to play in the realm of miracles, especially around money, around prosperity, around wealth, around success. So this is what you're destined for. In this lifetime, I'm getting that you're meant, deck one, to really learn how to hold the faith, hold the energy, hold the embodiment of what you desire, and then watch it manifest, right? Like that's kind of, at least in terms of money or wealth, that's what your soul is here to really learn and to master in this lifetime. That's what you're destined to learn and master in this lifetime, one way or another. So that's incredibly exciting. Let's grab a couple more cards for you. I want to know what path has led you to where you are now with your finances. What does that road look like right now? The catalyst. Okay, so in this lifetime, you've probably already had a lot of gifts awaken within you. A lot of gifts, a lot of skills. For some of you, I'm seeing for you, deck one, a lot of you are very spiritually gifted. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. You have maybe psychic abilities. You are perhaps very empathic, I'm getting, for a lot of you who've picked this pile. I'm getting that these are all things that your soul came here with to help you navigate this destiny, to navigate your way, to knowing how to kind of like call money miracles, wealth miracles into your reality at your command. So any psychic gifts you have, any spiritual gifts you have, any clairs you have activated, any empathy, any empathic abilities, any ability to tune into people's energy, any healing abilities. Some of you may be healers, right? Any channelers, if you're a channel. Those gifts came with you into this lifetime for a lot of reasons, but when it comes to money, it came with you into this lifetime to help you learn how to navigate these gifts to create external material wealth. So your spiritual gifts have a lot of roles to play in your life and will touch a lot of different areas, have already probably touched a lot of areas of your life. But what you may or may not be aware of already is that they've also been given to you so that they can help you on your path to abundance, so that you can learn how to leverage these spiritual gifts you have in order to lead you to the money you desire. So if you're clairvoyant, following kind of the images, the visions you get, and seeing how they lead you to wealth, even in like miraculous, unpredictable ways. If you're an empath, you're meant to tune into others' emotions, so you know when the right time is to sell, when the right time is to pitch yourself, when the right time is to offer help and to give, and then be able to then receive and return later on. Like, you're meant to use these gifts as support. Some of you might even be in the business of like directly monetizing your gifts. That's fair game for you too. But the gifts that you have, the spiritual gifts you have, often we kind of separate our spiritual gifts from money. We see them as very different things. That's just our conditioning of our society. That's our conditioning of our society. That tells us that money isn't spiritual, that it needs to be separate from us. But it's quite the opposite for you. The truth is that you were born with gifts that have probably emerged over this lifetime. And you're meant to kind of bring them out and use them, especially when it comes to money, to help you navigate the road, to help you know what the next step is, to help you know when to leap and when to let the universe catch you, to help you kind of navigate any negotiations or payments or money talks with other people. You're meant to be bringing your spiritual gifts to the table when it comes to money management, to manifesting money, to discussing money with others. So you're meant to be bringing that to the front. Some of you I see are doing that. Some of you have already learned how to bring that in and integrate that, and that's phenomenal. You've probably seen more blessings come into your life in inexplicable ways around money or career. But for a lot of you on this pile, I'm getting that you've shut those gifts down, you've separated them out from money. My guides, my Arrow Collective is coming in and saying you're at a point where it's time to start really using the gifts that you were given, your soul given, your God given, your natural gifts that your soul came here with, that you're meant to start really using those at this point in your life, if you haven't been already, to aid you, to lean on them so that you use those to make more decisions around money, rather than the fear mind that comes in and says that you have to do this or else you'll miss your opportunity, but it doesn't feel aligned to your soul, right? Or the fear mind, the logical mind that comes in and says you have to do this if you want to make more money, but then it's shutting down your gifts or shutting down the things that you actually feel called to do. You're meant to use your gifts to approach money in a different way, to get you to money in miraculous ways, in ways that are miracles. If you approach money the same way everyone else does and take your gifts out of the equation, how can you create miracles? Miracles are things that are outside of the ordinary. Miracles are things that are not everyday occurrences. Even though I do believe we have little miracles happen every day, right? But when we talk about money miracles, these are things that are not the norm. They are not on the predictable, prescribed path. So if you're trying to walk the prescribed path, you're trying to approach money through the same hustle, grind, work hard, and you can have whatever you want mentality of the old paradigm of money. If you're trying to live that way and do money that way and ignoring your gifts when it says, maybe you shouldn't take that job even though it looks good on paper. Maybe you should actually reach out to that person because you have that kind of intuitive ping to do so, even though it makes no sense to, because maybe they have a job offer for you or something like that, right? Like, you're meant to be, honestly, I'm getting ushering in a new paradigm of money. And that's part of what I'm here to do. So you might be kind of my soul family here, but you're meant to be, in the way that you use your spiritual gifts, you're meant to be helping others see that another way with money is possible, that you can follow your dreams, you can follow your gifts, you can follow your intuition, and be successful, that those two things are not mutually exclusive, but they actually support one another. So that's what I'm seeing so far, is this is where it has been. You've had gifts awaken. Have you allowed them to flourish? Have you brought them into how you make decisions around money or career? If not, now's the time to start, right? We have the key holder. Yeah, so especially I'm getting that you're highly, highly, highly intuitive. You are a highly intuitive individual. The way your intuition comes through may manifest in different forms, but you are incredibly intuitive. You were born with, I'm getting for a lot of you, intuition of that sense of timing of like, now's the right time to move or now's not, when it comes to business or career, when to apply for the job, when to not, when to follow up, when to not. You have a really amazing sense of timing. You also just kind of know when things are going to work out or not. You also kind of know, you just know what is meant to happen next for you. Right? Like you're kind of know what the next right step is. You have this intuitive knowing. It's time to start actually using your gifts to act out the things you know are the next right step for you. I'm getting for some of you, this is a sign. I'm getting for some of you, you've asked for a sign from the universe recently as to whether maybe you should leave that job, or maybe whether you should stay at that job, whether you should start that business or pivot in your business or raise your rates or stop offering this thing. You've asked for some sort of sign. This is the sign. This reading, you being here in this moment, these words I'm channeling, I'm getting that this is the sign for you, that it's time to start trusting what you know is right, what feels right to you. Trusting what your gifts are telling you or pointing you toward. And actually moving in that direction, taking one step after another in that direction. Just one step. You don't have to know the whole path, but taking that whole step. That's where you're at right now. I see a lot of you at a crossroads. Interesting. I pulled out my Hecate statue right here before this reading, and I wasn't sure why. I haven't had my statues on my reading table for a while. And I felt the pull, and now I realize that you're at a crossroads, deck one. You're meant to be choosing this. You're at a pivotal moment. This is what's led you to this reading. This is why this reading channeled through me. I wasn't planning on doing this reading. I had a different reading topic picked until, 10, 20 minutes before I sat down to film. You pile one, pulled this reading through me. So this is very much your sign that you're at a crossroads. The choice, there's no right or wrong choice to get to more money, but the choice that'll get you to all the blessings, the money miracles, the money coming in the way that you want to, in the way that's most pleasing, the way that is most exciting, the way that's most sustainable for you. That's going to happen when you say yes to the path, to the option, to the choice that honors your intuitive guidance, that honors your gifts, that honors what feels right to you. You have all the answers within you. You have to trust yourself. You hold the key to the abundance you desire with this key holder card. You do. And then we have the Rogue card coming up. Very interesting. I also want to say, when I pulled your indicator card here for what's your financial destiny, we have bountiful blessings. This is an awareness card in my Wealthy Woman deck. The title is up at the top. These three are all archetype cards, which in my experience of writing this deck, when I authored it, when it channeled through me, they're a little bit more like major arcana and tarot. It's not quite an exact matchup for that, but they're in terms of whenever I see a whole bunch of archetype cards come up, I'm like, there's some really big energies at play for you. And especially since we're talking about your financial reality, there's a lot of big energies at play for you, a lot of big destinies and soul contracts you're meant to fulfill in this lifetime around money. I saw 222 for you on my phone as well. So confirmation on that. And also confirmation that right now you really do have two choices. You have the choice, wherever you are with your money or your career, to act in alignment with your intuition, your inner guidance, your gifts, what you know to be true within you, what you know feels right, even if you don't understand it or where it's going to lead you, or the choice to ignore this, right? But I get that no matter what, coming up with the Rogue card here, there's going to be some curveballs that are thrown at you, some things that in the near future, they throw you for a loop, right? You go, oh my God, I thought I was following my inner guidance, and why does it feel like I'm moving backwards in my career or finances? Or you might ignore your inner guidance and then have some unexpected, thing that comes up that you're like, oh my gosh, now I get why my inner guidance was telling me not to do this thing, and I did it anyways because I thought it was the logical thing. But regardless of whatever path you take, Hecate's coming in, she's telling me, you're going to be thrown a loop, but it's a redirect. It's not a setback, it's a redirect. You're going to be thrown a loop, and it's a redirect that's I'm getting, it's not like a test, but it's the ultimate opportunity for you to lean into faith in your gifts, faith in your inner guidance, faith in your soul, faith in what you know is aligned for you. The ultimate opportunity to really tune inward and listen to what is the next step that feels right. Not the whole picture, not the whole plan, but what's the next step? This could be for sometimes it's losing your job. Sometimes it's getting an unexpected promotion that you didn't really want because your boss left and now you unexpectedly, and now you have to take over because you're the only one trained to do it. That happened to me at my day job before I left it to start my business. There could be something, whether it's something that objectively looks bad or objectively looks good. It doesn't matter. You're going to feel like this isn't necessarily what I wanted or expected, and I'd prefer something else. But it's the ultimate opportunity to then, when you reach that moment, say, okay, what does my inner guidance say? I have choices here. What do I choose? Do I choose to listen to my gifts, my inner guidance, or do I choose to throw that out? And Hecate, my Arrow Collective, they're all coming in. They're saying, choose your inner guidance. It's going to lead you to such miracles. It's going to lead you to this destiny that you're meant to live out. You're meant to live out. Wow, this is really powerful. You're meant to, in this lifetime, have the experience of, in a way, trying to fulfill your financial desires, your career desires through the traditional means, and then realizing that that isn't working for you internally or externally, like you're supposed to be approaching money kind of from a younger age in a way that doesn't feel good or doesn't make a lot of sense, and it's the logical structure of our society, and it just never seems to click for you. It doesn't ever seem to yield the results that you wanted, or it doesn't feel fulfilling like you were told it would feel. You're meant to have that kind of contrast or dichotomy, and then you're meant to come home to yourself and understand your gifts on a whole new level, and then use them to open up all these money miracles. So that's what you're destined for. That's what you're moving toward. I get that there's a big, again, I don't want to say test. I don't think the universe tests us, but a big opportunity to almost take a shortcut there. That's what I'm getting. There's an opportunity for you to take a shortcut there, which is very, very exciting. And it's by choosing, when you come up against kind of a situation that everyone else would look at it and go, pick the logical thing. You pick the thing that is logical for you. You pick the thing that feels right for you, not what everyone else says. Just the thing you know to be true. Sometimes that's the logical path. Sometimes it's the road less traveled, right? By Robert Frost. That's coming through. So very interesting. I'm going to grab one more deck for you here, and we're going to pull some more cards, and then we'll grab a couple affirmations to send you on your way with. But this is a huge shortcut. I get it coming up in the next 1 to 2 months for most of you. For some of you, it's like 2 weeks from now, from when you find this reading. All right, let's grab some more cards for you, see what else deck 1 needs to hear. We have healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline, growing up. Ooh, this whole lifetime, this whole journey that you're on around money, career, success, whatever it is for you, anywhere where wealth is concerned, this lifetime is one where you're meant to break generational patterns. You're meant to, I don't even want to say break, the patterns might have already been broken, maybe with your mother, or somewhere in your mother's line, but for a long time, that side of your generational line has maybe approached money the old way, or been slave to money, been trapped by money, been really kind of at the mercy of money and those who wield it. And that's either been broken by someone who's come before you recently or by you in this lifetime. But you're meant to now heal it. And the way you heal that generational line, the way you heal that line around money, around career, around personal power, around money, the way you heal that is by doing money, doing career, doing life your way, in alignment with your inner guidance. You living by your gifts, you living from the truth of your soul, and letting what feels right to you, your intuition, your spiritual gifts, your psychic gifts and abilities, allowing those things to lead you in your decisions that you make, the steps you take around money. Just doing that, just living that way, is going to be healing for you. It's going to be healing for your ancestral line. It's also going to be healing for the world. It's going to be healing for the people around you. It's going to be a permission slip for them. The more you give yourself permission to grow up, to grow into your spiritual gifts, to grow into this new paradigm of money that's here, then the more that the world is healed. Because you're a living example of it's possible to approach money a different way. This is so much of what we're doing in the Wealth Revolution program that I just started last week, which has been phenomenal with the people in there so far. If you want to come join us, that price is going up soon, so that link is below. But this is very much like this whole other way of letting our inner guidance lead, of bringing our unique gifts to the table, of walking out and living out a different paradigm around money, is what we're doing in there over this whole year. So if you want to come join me for a year-long journey in that, I would be honored to get to share that with you. This is like one of the things I am the most proud of creating, but that information will be below for you. Let's see what else is coming up. For deck 1, we have the child with an inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. Interesting that we have 2 cards about mother, about growing up, about inner work, right, around healing. In order to help you trust your inner guidance some more, in order to help you trust your gifts, kind of go off the beaten path around money and approach money in a way that integrates your spiritual gifts, that feels right to you, that is leading with your soul rather than with your mind and your logic. In order to support that, you may find it beneficial to do some inner child healing. You may find it beneficial to just have a conversation with your inner child and kind of mother your inner child, mother yourself a little bit, and remind yourself that, like, at the end of the day, it's all made up. I always say it's like, whose line is it anyways, right? For those of you who watch that. It's all made up and the points don't matter when it comes to money. It's so funny because I know that I'm a money mindset expert. I know people hire me, people who are making multiple 6 figures, 7 figures a year, hire me to help them make more money. But what they're truly helping, hiring me to do is to help them understand that the money actually doesn't matter. And when you take the money off the pedestal, the money comes because you become the leader of it rather than it leading you. And so healing yourself, healing the parts of you that have given your power away, that have felt it necessary to give your power away to money or to others who seem to have the power to give you money. Healing around that, talking to your inner child about where have we given our power away, where do we feel like we can't listen to ourselves, where we can't trust ourselves, where what you want to do is shut down because I've shut it down in the interest of, being a responsible adult making money, right? Like healing some of that is going to help you trust more of the inner guidance. So that may help you. Maybe something you want to do that is, I have an inner child healing meditation, I believe in the Wealth Vibe membership, which is also included in the Wealth Revolution program. All right, let's grab, I saw 2121. A lot of repeating numbers for you today, a lot of mirror numbers. Let's grab at least one affirmation. I'm going to get one affirmation from my Cosmic Wealth Codes deck. This is my newest deck that just came out, which I'm so excited about. One to send you on your way with. Opportunities for wealth are more bountiful in my life than the stars in the galaxy. Okay. I want to point out that this last card mirrors our first card so beautifully. So this is the first deck I authored. This is the second deck I authored. Bountiful blessings. Bountiful. You are meant to be bountiful. You are meant to have a bounty of things in this life. You are meant to be bountiful in money blessings, bountiful in wealth in all forms, not just money, but in success, in opportunities, right? You are meant to be bountiful in so many ways in this lifetime. That is what you are destined to experience. And you're destined to walk this path of understanding that there is so much more prosperity, so much more of a bounty of blessings when you follow your inner guidance, when you use your spiritual gifts. You were born with the gifts your soul came here with for a reason, right? You're meant to be living in a reality. You're meant to get to a reality, especially with whatever curveball is about to be thrown your way. If you can have the perspective on it of, this is a chance for me to tune into my inner guidance, to my inner child, to see what feels right, to bring my spiritual gifts to the forefront and let them lead and let them be part of the decision-making process of what's the next step for me to take from here now that this thing has happened. To be redirected to get a shortcut to your financial destiny, right? Like you are destined for all this, and you're destined to be living in a life once you kind of reach this point and get the shortcut over to your financial destiny. You're meant to be living in a reality where opportunities for money, for abundance are just flying at you like crazy. Like everywhere you look, every day there's emails in your inbox, there are job offers, collaboration offers, clients reaching out to you, sales going through the roof, and it all gets to happen in a way that feels easy, in a way that feels natural, in a way that feels scalable, that feels sustainable. You're meant to be living in a reality where there is a bounty of blessings, a bounty of opportunities, a bounty of different ways for money to come to you is what I'm getting. You're meant to experience money coming at you from all angles, not just one revenue source that you grow, but so many different ways. You're meant to live in miracles. You're meant to live in money coming expectedly and unexpectedly into your life. And the truth is that right now, opportunities are more bountiful in your life than stars in the galaxy. That's already true for you. At any moment, there are so many ways that money can come to you that you can imagine, and even more ways that money can come to you that you can't imagine in this very moment. But your awareness of that is what is going to start expanding in the very near future. As you start tuning into your inner guidance, you're going to be shown more and more opportunities, more and more miracles, more and more insane ways that money comes to you that's completely unpredictable but feels so good and so aligned. So that's what's in store for you. This is an affirmation, a mantra you can repeat to yourself if it resonates for you, and opens you up to that kind of limitless possibility that exists in each moment for money to come to you different ways, for money miracles to occur. But opportunities for wealth are more bountiful in my life than the stars in the galaxy. So this is the reading, deck one. This is the point of this life around money with you. Okay? When it comes to money, you're meant to really master the art of money miracles, of calling money miracles in. You're meant to understand and wield the spiritual gifts you were born with, that you were given, and use them to inform which path to take, which way to walk. You're meant to choose always the path that aligns with your soul and your soul's truth, and to see the value of that. And because that's meant to heal so much of your family lineage, and it's meant to heal the world. It's meant to help usher in a new paradigm around wealth. It's meant to help you be one of the leaders of the wealth revolution that we're at kind of the very beginning stages of right now in our society. So very, very exciting for you. All right, deck 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you feel empowered to trust your inner guidance just a little bit more and a little bit more from here on out around money. If you did enjoy this reading, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you so, so much to those of you who comment on these videos. Your comments, they mean so much to me. I say it every time, but they really mean so much to me. So thank you for commenting if you do. You are, of course, also welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. I'm going to leave a bunch of links in the description and pinned comment for you today, because this year I am on a mission to help more people radically transform their financial realities from the inside out and really learn how to master abundance from a soul level. I'm really here, like you are, to usher in a new paradigm of abundance, of money in this world. So if you are ready to make 2025 your most abundant year yet, I have got some very special ways to work with me throughout this year, and all of the links I'm about to talk about will be below. I will have the link to the Cosmic Wealth Codes deck as well as the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, and we have accompanying journals for those, all so that you can have those tools for manifesting abundance at your fingertips. I'll leave the link to join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership, which is my low-cost monthly membership to keep you plugged into the energy of abundance with our endless resources, daily mini money readings from me, and amazing community so that you can more quickly manifest the wealth you desire. I will also leave the link to the brand new Wealth Revolution program that I talked about in this reading with you if you want to work with me throughout this entire year to help you master money in a way that is soul aligned and completely empowering, leveraging all the innate tools you have for manifesting wealth. That's what the Wealth Revolution program is, to help usher into your life and then into the world this new paradigm around money. This is honestly a freaking epic program, and people are already having huge results just 1 week into it. So come join in if that calls to you, because the price is going up very soon. I will also leave the link to my high-level success mentorships, which I currently have a really exciting offer for my group mentorship for all of 2025 for the 12-month option. But my private mentorship is now full. So check out the group mentorship if you've been thinking of working closely with me to scale up your success in your career or business. So tons of resources for you, all different price points, all different types of access, just to give you whatever tools best fit you, best will support you on your wealth journey this year. With all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. This is your reading to uncover what your financial destiny is in this lifetime. Now, as we start this reading, I want to say that I believe that all of us came here to experience abundance. I don't think anyone's soul came into this life to have desires for prosperity and never get to achieve them no matter what they do. I do think that sometimes we may learn lessons through not having the wealth we desire or in the pursuit of whatever material abundance that it is we want, but that's all temporary. And I believe ultimately we are all destined for wealth. But the wealth that each of us is uniquely destined for, the path we'll need to walk to get to that wealth, that is different for everyone. So this reading will uncover what kind of wealth you are destined for and what the path to it from here looks like for you. So let's move your crystal out of the way. I'm going to set this deck aside for a minute. We're going to bring it back later in the reading, probably toward the end. I want to start off with the Wealthy Woman deck. This is one of my decks. The other one you picked was the other of my decks. But I'm going to start here to get a kind of read on what your financial destiny is. And then we'll talk more about how you can get there, right? And how you can walk that path to it from here. Let's see, was deck 2's financial destiny. Wealth wounds. Wow. Okay. Powerful. Okay. In this lifetime, you're meant to heal so much around money. You are meant to heal so much. And I'm getting so that you can be a healer for others. Wow. That is so powerful. And when we talk about being a healer, especially when it comes to money. You could be someone who is a healer, like you could be an energy healer, you could be in the the medical field, you could be a mental health professional, like you could be a healer by profession, but more so what this is getting at is that in this lifetime, when it comes to money specifically, you are meant to heal so many wounds, either that you're carrying around me, that you've developed in this lifetime, that your soul kind of came here to grow through, or that you've carried from past lifetimes, or that is ancestral or generational. But you're meant to heal wealth wounds, probably on different levels. A lot of those might apply. You're meant to heal wounds that you carry, whether they're yours or someone else's. You're meant to heal those wounds around money so that you can help others do the same. Now, does this mean you need to be like me, where you teach people how to heal money wounds, where you teach people how to, like manifest more wealth? No, not necessarily, though you could. It's more that in your own healing of your wealth wounds, you are going to do such big things. You are going to unlock such abundance for yourself. So much, I'm getting for you specifically, influence and impact and power. You're going to unlock so much of that as a product of healing whatever wealth wounds you carry. And that is going, like the work you do in those things, the impact you make through whatever money you achieve by healing your wealth wounds is going to heal the world, is going to heal other people. It's going to help people in amazing ways. You're going to touch so many lives through your career, through whatever you do with your philanthropy, with money that you receive down the road, or with donations that you make. Even if it's right now, even I see you, maybe if you make smaller donations here and there to causes that mean something to you, like that money goes further than you realize. And it's always used most efficiently because it came from you, because it carries your energetic signature of healing. Wow, really powerful. Wow, that's really beautiful guidance and insights channeling through. So this is your financial destiny. Your financial destiny. It's not, I want to be clear, it's not that you have to struggle or that you were destined to struggle in this lifetime. It's that you were destined to carry some wounding around money, but we kind of all do because of the society we live in right now and the old paradigms of money that are crumbling. But you're meant to not just walk with the wounds that almost everyone walks with. You're meant to heal them in this lifetime. Not everyone really learns how to heal their wounds, especially around money, in this lifetime. But you get to. You're destined to. I see that for some of you, you've probably already done this, and now you're kind of in the stage of figuring out what powers are unlocking for you, what influence and impact you have, figuring out how to manifest more material wealth into your life to do more good with. But for some of you, you're still in the stages, right, of healing. And I honestly think healing is an ongoing journey too, so you might be carrying both of these kind of paths at the same time. Interesting. Again, I pulled my Hecate statue out. I was telling Deck One, I pulled my Hecate statue out at the beginning of this reading, right at the time when I realized I wanted to do a different topic for this reading than I initially thought. And I'm seeing now, like, Deck One had, like, a choice they were making, like, two paths. They were at a crossroads, because Hecate is goddess of crossroads. You're not necessarily at a crossroads, so you could be. I'm getting that right now where you are. Wow, we haven't even pulled the cards for this yet, but the guidance is coming through. But where you are right now in your journey is that you're meant to be able to carry the duality of both healing and also being a healer. And healing your financial reality and helping others heal through money. Really powerful. You get to do both at the same time is what I'm getting. So that's just a permission slip to know that you don't have to be fully healed in order to make a lot of money. You don't have to be fully healed around money in order to manifest more of it. You don't have to be fully healed around money in order to help others heal or to do good with your money that impacts the world, right? Yeah. Okay, we have Garden of Wealth coming up. I want to get a little bit of a picture here for you. We have the Orchestrator card coming up. And we have the Stargazer card. Okay, so this tells me a little bit of a story of your kind of path to your financial destiny of being someone who overcomes, who heals, transmutes their money wounds. And, so like money wounds can be generational, like I said, generational, past life, your current life. But just the stories we tell around money that rob us of our personal power, the pain, the areas where we've been kind of tricked into or willingly, because we felt we had no choice, giving up our power in the name of money or because of people who had money, right? Like anywhere where we felt disconnected from our power, from our soul's truth around money, that is what I talk about when we're talking about wealth wounds. And so I see that the path you've been on, it's like you kind of, this is a general reading. So I'm seeing a couple different past things that have gotten you to where you are today for different people who are tuning into this reading. But I'm getting that kind of like in childhood, there wasn't a lot of these woundings, or they maybe weren't as present within you. They might have been present within your parents or people who raised you, or clearly our society, right? But you didn't carry a lot of that. You came in very pure into this life. You came in very pure. Your soul came in very pure. So I'm getting that past life wealth wounding could still be a thing for you where it emerged later on. But for you, I get that, again, a lot of the wealth wounds you're carrying, they're not even yours. Deck 2, they're not even yours. These are things you learned from your parents. They're things that you learned from your teachers, from our society. They're things you learned that you've maybe carried ancestrally that were handed down to you. I don't get that. And they could be past life too, but I don't get that they're this life for you, for most of you. There might be a little bit of that. We all kind of, I don't think it's really possible to move through the current money paradigms without a little bit of wealth wounding and a little bit of disempowerment around money at best. But I do think that you came in, your soul came in very pure, very like, I'm a blank slate so that I can take on wounds, so that I can heal and transmute them for myself and for the greater good, right? And it's not like a martyr situation. This isn't a very empowering energy is what I'm getting. Like you, wow. I mentioned your soul is so powerful that you're one of the few who could take on this soul assignment in this lifetime of coming in pure and then taking on inheriting wealth wounds from our society, from your parents, from your caregivers, from the people around you, from ancestors. Like you could handle it. You could hold it. You had the strength and the resiliency and the power to hold it and then transmute it and now do better for the world with it. Do good for the whole world, for yourself. You get to benefit from this and unlock massive wealth because it's almost like a slingshot. When you're like pulled back, you get to go further. So having these wealth wounds, taking them on, might have impacted your finances, might have not, but definitely the way you felt around money, around earning, and what you felt you had to give up, the ways you felt you had to disconnect from your power to do it. Going in that direction has now allowed you to see what's possible in the other direction and how important it is to not give that power away, to reclaim your power around money. And you might still be in that stage of figuring that out. But whether you've figured that out fully or not yet, that's what your destiny is to understand the power of this kind of contrast, the power of what it means to carry wealth wounds and also be able to transmute those things for your own benefit. So you get to benefit financially, soulfully, but also so that you then get to do so much good and help others, show others how to heal their own wealth wounds, show them how to overcome. I guess for some of you, you may write a book, or you may create something that just tells your story, like a memoir that tells your, some of you might have movies made about you in the future, but tells your story, and the financial piece of it will be a part of it. It doesn't have to be all of it, but it'll be a part of what you overcame, a part of how you learned, a part of how you came to do so much good in this world. And if it weren't for the wealth wounds that you carried, you wouldn't end up where you're going to end up, which is somewhere just mind-blowing, somewhere phenomenal, where you're a role model, a leader, an inspiration for others, and also where you're just like thriving and living your best freaking life. Really powerful. So that's like your soul came in very pure, very ready, very strong to carry this and transmute this for yourself and for the world, for your family as well. And then we have our orchestrator card here. And this tells me that right now, where you are right now on your path with abundance is, again, like I said, some of you may have already been, you might have already done the healing work. You might still be in process of healing. A lot of you are carrying both paths at once, carrying the healing and the teaching. But you're moving more and more from this moment on, from this reading on. This is your sign that you're moving into more of the teacher era, more of the era where you are meant to be doing more good. You're meant to be creating more money in your own life, and therefore in the lives of others, or using your money to better impact others and help other people heal, help our society heal and grow. You may be someone like me who's here to help usher in a new paradigm around wealth, to be someone, I could see you becoming incredibly wealthy, multimillionaire, billionaire perhaps, creating so much wealth, but then using that wealth in a way that we don't see most extremely wealthy people using it in our society, right? Being an example of what someone can do with wealth that benefits the world, that benefits our environment, that benefits all creatures who live on our earth, that benefits people, that benefits the day-to-day lives of everybody. Like, you are meant to have such an amazing impact, whether you're very visible in it or whether it's just in these little ways, in the ways you live and move within your community. But for some of you here, you're meant to hold extreme amounts of wealth, but wield it in an entirely different way that our society hasn't seen much of, right? Like, I keep getting Dolly Parton keeps coming through. She's like she's one of the few people that we know of, right, who is a multimillionaire who really could be a billionaire, but gives so much of her money away, gives so much away, That's the track that you are meant to be on in your own way, with your own unique thing, and it manifesting in its own unique way for you. But that's a very similar energy that I'm picking up on. You're meant to heal so much of the world through extreme wealth, through you having extreme wealth, rather than someone who doesn't have this strength, who hasn't lived this path of healing. And so they don't know how to heal through their money for others. It's a lot of the people we see holding extreme wealth. Not everyone, but a lot of people holding extreme wealth nowadays. And that's the old money paradigm that's crumbling. So you are someone who is here to help usher in that new paradigm through you achieving massive wealth and wielding it in a different way, setting a different example, having a different impact with it. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for the work that you're doing or that you're going to do. That's what I'm getting from my guides, from the universe, and from me. Thank you. Deck 2. Thank you in advance, because it's going to be important. This is a lot. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 for you. So that is confirmation that is very much the right path for you to walk, and that is what you're destined for. I'm also getting just that this is so important for you to understand that you are the orchestrator of your life with money. I'm getting that right now. The guidance that might help you the most is hearing that despite whatever you've been through, I don't even want to say despite it, but it's because of what you've experienced with money, with holding wealth wounds, especially ones that aren't yours, and transmuting them and not letting them have power over you and reclaiming your power around them through money around it. You're able to command money and manage money and direct money and take actions that lead to more money so much more decisively and so much more powerfully than most other people in the world right now. You're kind of ahead of the game is what I'm seeing. You're ahead of the curve. You might be someone who associates with the term like light worker or starseed or earth angel. Like you might be one of those sort of people who are here to lead the way in this new paradigm of money emerging and all the other shifts we're seeing in other areas of our society outside of money. You're someone who's very much meant to be calling the shots of some of that, shaping the future of our collective planet is really what I'm getting. I'm getting so much collective energy from your reading. So knowing though that this is the important thing is that if you're never sure how to wield more money, how to make more money for yourself in this lifetime, or how to do the most good with your money, go back to healing. Go back to healing work, healing within yourself. Okay? Because it's through healing. Healing is your greatest teacher that connects you to other people, that helps you empathize and have compassion, understand what other people are struggling with, understanding where your money can best be used or spent or directed, understanding how you can make more money, understanding how you can connect more with your power to therefore create more money in your life, because money does not grant power. Money is an outward reflection of the power that you carry, right? So it's important for you to understand that you're the orchestrator, and anytime you feel lost is the next step to take around money to make more in your life or to do better, to do more good work or impact the world more and help the world heal. Go back to your own healing, your own personal healing. This isn't to say I want to be careful here, because I feel like in the spiritual community there's a trap that people fall into of feeling like they're never fully healed and therefore they're never fully good enough and you can never really go after what you want because you're always stuck in the healing process. But that's why I said at the beginning of this reading that healing is like a lifelong journey, and you get to be both in the process of healing and in the process of healing others or creating what you desire in this life and making a positive impact in your own life and in other lives. You get to do both at the same time. You are never so broken that you cannot impact what you want, or you cannot create more of what you desire or get closer to it. You are never so unhealed that you have to heal first before you get to this. You get to be doing both, one foot in healing, one foot in healing, healing yourself, and one foot in healing the world, one foot in healing, one foot in manifesting. You get to do both. I'm constantly on my journey, healing different things within myself, expanding different things, releasing healing things that will allow me to expand more, and then also receiving more, earning more, creating more money in my life, impacting others more, donating to bigger things, giving money where it's more needed, helping causes that are true to my heart that I feel will benefit the whole planet, right? Like, I do both. I do all. I hold it all. And you get to do that too, right? That's also part of what you're here to teach others with this new wealth paradigm that you're part of really ushering in, because you're meant to show that you can do it all. You can be imperfect. You can be perfect in your imperfections. You can be perfect in your humanness of still healing and yet still thriving. So this is a lot of kind of the stuff we talk about inside of our Wealth Revolution program. This is my brand new program that just started last week, and it is phenomenal. I'm going to leave the information below for you if you want to come join me. But it's a year-long program where we're working with shifting, healing, changing your personal money paradigms to ones that better connect you to your power and allow you to create more abundance in your life and then help the whole world revolutionize its paradigms around money. But it starts on an individual level, which is very, very true for you and for the world, but this is very much what your destiny is. So if that calls to you, come join me in there. Otherwise, we have our Stargazer card here. The Stargazer card is showing me that in the future, you're going to have getting a lot of signs given to you. Like it's interesting because I get that you've done the hard work already. You've done the hard work in this lifetime, or you're in the process of it. You've lived through the hardest of the healing that needed to happen for you, of the healing the wounds you're destined to transmute. And while there will always be more healing that you can do, you'll be walking the path, holding both the healing and for yourself and the healing for others, the healing for yourself and the wild abundance praying. Even though you're going to be walking both those paths and holding it all, I get that the hardest part is kind of behind you now, is what my Arrow Collective is saying. The hardest part is behind you. And in the future, it's almost like the path has already been carved out for you. You just have to walk it. And when I say walk it, it just means you heal a little bit and then you look around and go, now what do I want to do? Now what feels aligned now that I've healed this thing? What does this empower me to do? You'll have this inner knowing. You walk one foot in front of the other that way. You take one more step that way. And then when you don't know what step to take, you look around and you say, what am I being shown that I can heal right now? Like the universe is giving you so many signs of what you can heal, of where your edges are. You look around and ask the universe, ask your guides, what can I heal right now? Instead of how do I make more money, look at what can I heal right now that'll allow me to expand in the direction of more abundance. What can I heal right now? Make the healing the point, because you'll learn so many lessons. You'll feel more full and more complete. And also you will help others. You'll have more lessons of what you learned that you can help others heal with, or where you'll know where more money can be donated or directed to make the biggest impact, right? So, yeah. So always when you don't know the next step, be asking, where can I heal? Show me, universe, show me what I can heal. And it'll bring you things, it'll bring you events, it'll bring you people, it'll bring you situations that trigger you, or, signs that show you where to heal. And then you heal those things. And then you look around and you see what the next step is. And then you do that on repeat. That's how you walk this path. We have trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. We also have come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. All right, so this to me just paints a little bit more of that confirmation. I feel this reading coming to close. We're going to grab one more card after this. But I feel that we're just getting some confirmation here of like, this is the path that you've been destined to lead, is like embracing change, like growing, trusting the seasons when you are ready to heal, and then the seasons when you're ready to receive. And then it's just like allowing the things in, like trusting that sometimes there's times for healing, there's times for receiving. And then there's times for wild abundance, right? Like there's times for turning inward. There's times for manifesting outward. So it gets to, I see your life being a very cyclical one. I see it being one that you're destined to, and let me be clear, this isn't necessarily like a feast or famine cycle around money. That's not at all the energy I'm picking up on here. The energy I'm getting is that this is very much a lifetime where you are meant to turn inward, heal a little bit more, and then outwardly take actions from this slightly more healed place. Actions that feel more aligned to you. Actions that you feel you're kind of being given, are unfolding, and opportunities that are opening up for you, right? And I see them blossoming, like opening up like a rose, right? And then just allowing yourself to receive. Like you don't need to figure out how to make money. You just have to continue to figure out how to heal a little bit more and how to act now as this slightly more healed or differently healed version of you. Right? In a way that feels aligned to you, feels aligned with your desires, feels aligned with your soul. And as you just do that one foot in front of the other, like you just will naturally attract and magnetize the abundance you desire to you. And then you can wield it in whichever way feels like it's going to do the most good for you and for the world. Really powerful. All right, let's grab one last card. We're going to grab, this is my most recent deck that just came out. Which is, I think it's still on pre-order on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but it is shipping now from my publisher, from Muse Oracle Press. But this is my Cosmic Wealth Codes affirmation deck. So let's see what affirmation you need to send you on the way for deck. Makes so much sense. For deck 2. I am a conduit for the universe's riches. I'm going to hold it up because I'm obsessed with the artwork on these and I want you to see this. But I am a conduit for the universe's riches. this is really, I think, what sums it up the best for this entire reading. And this is an affirmation. If this resonates with you, if this empowers you, connects you more to your power, helps you heal a little bit more around money, use it, please, as much as you like. I am a conduit for the universe's riches. But really, like, the whole point of you going through this life, having this strength, this power, this ability to heal yourself, to heal your own wounds around wealth, to heal anywhere where there's that disconnect between your power that's caused between you and your power that's caused by money or societal constructs around money. Anywhere where that happens, your ability to heal that is not just so that, like I said earlier, it's not just because you're meant to suffer in this lifetime and then figure out how to transcend it. It's because you came into this life to be a conduit for the universe, to be a conduit for money, to be a conduit for the universe's riches. So money is meant to, in your lifetime, it is your financial destiny, not just to transmute and heal wealth wounds and then make more money and do good with it. It's like you are meant to receive wild amounts of wealth. Again, this idea of being multimillionaire, billionaire is meant to happen for so many of you on the deck. You're meant to have massive amounts of wealth flow to you so that you can then flow them elsewhere. Now, this isn't to say you give away all your money unless that feels aligned to you, but you, as a conduit for the universe's riches, get to receive some of that, a portion, more than enough for you to live the life you desire to live, but then also flow the rest out into the world to heal the world, right? In whatever way feels aligned for you. So philanthropy is really big, making an impact. You might start a nonprofit, you might work for a nonprofit, you might lead a nonprofit, you might create some sort of movement that saves the environment, that helps the environment, that helps animals, that helps people who don't have homes, that helps people who are, single parents who are struggling financially to give the best life to their children. Like I see so many of you doing so many amazing things, contributing to movements, starting movements, just amazing things that you're going to be able to do with the money. So heal yourself so that the money can come in and then you can flow it to where it's going to do the best good. Some of that gets to flow to you, to support you in doing more and more good work, but you get to keep receiving more and more money that's meant to flow through you. You're a conduit for the universe. You're a conduit for the healing that's meant to be happening on our planet at this time. You're a conduit that came here as a healer for these times that we live in, where so much seems to be falling apart, but it's falling apart so that something else can come through, and it needs people like you who will wield wealth responsibly and in a way that does just the highest work for the world and the highest good, and allows healing to take place and transformation, transmutation to take place so that we can all evolve as a collective, as a society, as a planet. You're here to do such big work. Money's a piece of that. Money's a big piece of that. It's not the only piece, but it's a piece of what you're here to do. So that inner work is everything because it allows you to do all this powerful outer work and transformation through the money that gets to come to you through your healing. So, wow. I'm like blown away. I'm a little emotional with your reading. Like, it's bringing tears to my eyes. It makes me, as someone who has a young child who is growing up in this world right now in these turbulent times, as someone who is in this line of spirituality and money, which is such a weird tightrope to walk a lot of the times, it makes me emotional and, like, in a good way to know that there's other people who are here like you to change the world, to change the money paradigms for the better. That means so much to me. So thank you for being you. Thank you for being here in this lifetime. Thank you for walking this path, for transmuting so much of the wealth wounds. I saw it's 11:11 here my time as I'm saying this. This is very much confirmation. Oh my goodness, that this is what you're doing, is transmuting those wealth wounds for the world. It's a big task, but your soul's up for it. And it's going to benefit you wildly beyond your imagination. All right, deck 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you so much to those of you who comment on these videos. Your comments truly mean just so much to me. They really do. So thank you for commenting if you do. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings and other tools for abundance. I'm going to be leaving a bunch of links in the description and pinned comment for you today because, much like your own soul, I am here on a mission this year. Specifically, I've decided this year I'm really focusing more and more on helping more people radically transform their financial realities from the inside out and really learn how to master abundance from a soul level so we can all up level and evolve around money in our world, in our collective. So if you are ready to make 2025 your most abundant year yet, ready to be really, truly this conduit for the universe's riches and usher in this healing in the world that you're destined to usher in, then I've got some very special ways to work with me throughout this year. And all of the links I'm about to talk about will be below. So we'll have the link for the Cosmic Wealth Codes deck, the Wealthy Woman deck. These are the 2 decks I've authored, as well as their accompanying journals. That way, if you like physical tools you can hold, you'll have these tools for manifesting abundance at your fingertips. I will also include the link below to join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. This is my low-cost monthly membership. It keeps you plugged into the energy of abundance with our endless resources, daily mini money readings from me to start your day off with, an amazing community so that you can more quickly manifest the wealth you desire. I will also leave the link to the brand new Wealth Revolution program that I mentioned in this reading. That is an amazing way where if you want to work with me throughout this entire year to help you master money in a way that is soul-aligned and completely empowering, leveraging all the innate tools you have for manifesting wealth, that's what this program is for. This is a freaking epic program. People are already having huge results just 1 week into it. We just started last week. So come join that if it calls to you, because the price is going up very soon. I'm also going to leave the link for my high-level success mentorships, which currently I have a really exciting limited time offer for my group mentorship if you enroll for 12 months throughout all of 2025. My private mentorship is now full, though there is a wait list. So check out the link below for the mentorship if you've been thinking of working closely with me to scale up your success in your career or business. So yeah, tons of resources for you. Go ahead and browse those if you want to go further with me, if you want to really embrace this financial destiny. I can't recommend the Wealth Revolution program enough. I am in love with it. I'm obsessed with it. It gives you free access to the Wealth Vibe membership. It's amazing. But again, I have all different sorts of resources at all different price points just to best support you and meet you where you are in your journey. So go ahead and find the right fit. But I would love to get to be a part of your wealth journey and guide you further into more abundance this year and beyond. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. This is your reading to uncover what your financial destiny is in this lifetime. Now, as we start this reading, I want to say that I believe that all of us came here to experience abundance. I don't think anyone's soul came into this life to have desires for prosperity and never achieve them no matter what they do. I think that we may sometimes learn lessons through not having the wealth we desire or in the pursuit of the wealth we desire, but that's temporary. And I believe ultimately we are all destined for wealth. But the wealth that each of us is uniquely destined for, the path to that wealth, the form it will take, that is different for everyone. So this reading will uncover what kind of wealth you are destined for and what the path to it looks like from here for you. All right, let's move your crystal out of the way and we are going to dive in. Let's see. I'm going to actually set your deck aside that you picked. We're going to come back to that later in this reading. I'm going to start this reading off, though. I've been starting them all off with my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. Since it speaks directly to wealth, getting the most clear pulls. I just saw 111 for you. Let's see. What's deck 3's financial destiny? Rebirth. Whoa. Okay. I'm getting that in this lifetime, you're actually meant to live many lifetimes with money. And when I say many lifetimes, some of you may experience different levels of material wealth in your lifetime, but I'm actually getting for most of you that you're meant to experience a lot of different ways of receiving money, of making money, a lot of different income sources. You might be someone who holds a lot of jobs. You might be someone who has multiple income streams. You might be someone who builds businesses, sells them off, builds another business, sells that off. You might be someone who does a lot of consulting, who works with a lot of businesses. But I get that for almost all of you who've landed here on this pile, you're meant to experience money coming to you in so many different ways, not just for your own benefit, but yes, for your benefit. Also to show others that money isn't confined to just like one job or one income stream. You're meant to show people how versatile money is, and also not just how versatile money is, but how versatile we each are in our ability to manifest money in miraculous, unpredictable ways and unpredictable ways. But you're meant to show people like the possibilities with money. I get also you're meant to like spend money, invest money, have different impacts with your money, do different things with your money. That also is an example that gives people a permission slip to do different things with their money. So I see you being someone who it's like you might invest, you might buy luxury things, you might also donate to really important causes. Like you're meant to be multifaceted in the way you receive and the way you flow money out, right? Like you're meant to experience that in so many different ways throughout this lifetime, and sometimes all at once and sometimes just in different cycles. So if you're someone who like is constantly jumping from job to job, someone who is multi-passionate, who has a bunch of different businesses they run, or who has a job and a side hustle and volunteers on the weekend and gives their time or donates things, it's like you're meant to be that way. Like that is correct for you. And I think often in society around money, we're often given this conditioning of, and I saw 333 for you. This is some nice confirmation. We're often conditioned in our society, especially from the way we're kind of taught with how money works in our prescribed path. Like we're taught to have like a retirement account, to have a 401k, to invest, to have our property that we buy. But mostly we're taught that the main way money comes through is by like, you go to work, you go to a job, and that's the way the money comes through. And that's why it's important to work hard so that you can get a better job and better pay. And you're kind of here to break that societal norm, because that's not necessarily a bad thing. And that works for some people, but we've all been spoon-fed that and told like that's the way for most of it. Like that's the way, that's the way we're taught. It's like work hard, study hard in school so you can get that one good job that then you stay with and you go up the ranks and you get more and more and more money. And you're like, no, I'm meant to, like, I can do that and I can do something else. Or I can have, like, I can kind of do a bunch of gigs and make a ton of money in a lot of different ways and make more money than if I were just in a day job, and I'm more fulfilled. You're meant to also show people that like money doesn't have to be tied to work. It can be like I invested, I did one thing once and now I'm profiting off of it for the rest of my life, or I'm taking dividends from it. Like you're meant to show people. I just saw 444. It's insane how many angel numbers I'm seeing for you on my phone popping up here. Some of these are like the times like on my timer, and some of it is like payments coming through. Because I price my things a lot of angel numbers. So very, very amazing. Like there's just so much confirmation that it's like you're meant to break that mold. You're meant to be an example of a different way to exist around money. You're really destined to make a lot of money in a lot of different ways in your lifetime, and to spend a lot of money in a lot of different ways in your lifetime. You're meant to show people that there isn't just one path they have to follow, or that they don't have to sell their soul and be part of the corporate machine, and that's the only way to thrive in society. Like you're meant to show people a different way, so more people start to do a different way, so then different ways become the norm. So then we're all more free to live how we want and receive wealth and money to support that, while still contributing to society, while still sharing our gifts, while still working in our own ways, but not in these traditional confining ways that have crushed so many people's souls, right? Like you're meant to show that for people. Like I have a lot of you might be artists, or might be people who want to make a living with something that you're incredibly passionate about, and you're meant to experience that and so many other things in your lifetime around money. I just saw 555 for you. This is ridiculous. All right, let's pull some more cards for you. So since you know you're meant to kind of break that mold and show people what's possible, and that money can flow so many ways, let's see what we're getting. So I'm getting that in the past, you've already seen a lot of success with this, or a lot of examples of this, even if they're on a smaller scale. But if you think about it, I think most of you are aware that you're like, yeah, I've jumped from job to job, or yeah, I have multi-passionate things. Yeah, I make a little bit of money through this investment. I make some here, I make some there, through this job, through that business, through that side hustle, through that, for like receiving from gifts from people. It's like, I think a lot of you already are aware of that, but some of you are still kind of figuring that out. But I'm getting the guidance from my Arrow Collective is coming in. They're saying, look in your past, like you could pause the video here, or you could do this after the video, but a really great exercise for you to help you get more clarity on how this financial destiny has really been playing out already in your life is to look back on all the ways money has already come to you in your life. And you're going to find like, you can't even list it all. You can't even remember. And you're going to find that you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I've like found a bunch of money. Oh yeah, I won money one time when I was like betting on something at the casino when I first turned 21, or whenever it was legal to gamble. Like I won money in contests I entered. Oh, I was given this job opportunity. Oh, someone paid me for this thing that I was going to do for free. Oh, I made money off of that investment I made years ago, off of that crypto or off of those stocks. Or, oh yeah, and I also, like sold a property. I sold like this home that I had inherited, and then I inherited money. And it's like, you will probably find so many ways that you cannot even list that they'll fill a whole page or 5 pages in a journal. Like, if you really think about it, there's a lot of ways that money's come to you in so many different ways that you get to you've already been receiving so much. And the more that I'm getting the guidance, that the more that you bring your conscious awareness to how many ways money comes specifically to you, how many different ways money comes to you, deck 3, like, then the more money will come to you in more ways. Because the universe is like, yes, celebrate how multifaceted you are. How many, I get like, I've never seen this image before that I'm being given by my collective. They're giving me this vision. It's so bizarre, but it's almost like you have receptors on your body. Like we all have receptors. And I'm seeing them, these like little colored balls of light, that are like these circles of light on our body. And they're like our receiving receptors. And we have receptors to receive love, and receptors to receive money, and receptors to receive health or food or resources. It's like I see all these receptors, and you have all your receptors just wide open and turned on. And I'm seeing most people walking through the world with like their receptors like powered down, or only a few open, only like some for like love open, but not for money, or vice versa, right? Like you have all of them open, and you have so many. You have more than most people. Like you have so many receiving receptors. It's such a weird image. I've never been given that before. But like it's almost like every pore on your body is receiving, is like a conduit through which you get to receive more money, more abundance, more of anything you desire in this lifetime. Like you are an ultimate receiver. You were born to receive in this lifetime. That's your financial list, is to receive, and receive in a multitude of ways, and receive more and more. And the more that you pay attention to all the ways that you're receiving, the more money gets to come, the more anything gets to come, the more you'll receive, the more opportunities. It's just like this exponential compounding effect. And it's like the guidance is like the universe is like, the more you just pay attention to all the ways that you're receiving and celebrate all those ways and build up the self-concept of I receive in so many ways all the time. I'm receiving everything. All my receptor sites for receiving are turned on or powered on or switched on. They're all active. Like the more that you build that identity of I receive all the time in so many ways, the more that your reality will reflect that back to you, the more the universe will reward that, because the universe is like, oh, you like that? Here's some more. Oh, you like that? Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. We also have the goddess. This is one of the cards in the Wealthy Woman deck that's all about receiving. Okay, but right now where you're at is I'm getting in your financial journey on this path that not only have you already received quite a bit, even if it's not huge financial sums, but just like little ways money has come to you in so many different ways than you can remember in your life. Right now you're at a point, and it's fine. I was telling the first 2 decks that I brought my Hecate statue out. I didn't know why, I just was intuitively guided. When I realized that the topic I wanted to do for this reading was not the topic I originally sat down to do right before I started recording. And I didn't know why, but now I'm realizing that there's this common theme of like Hecate's energy throughout these readings, where she's saying like right now, you specifically, like every deck has been like at a crossroads or needing to hold multiple realities at once. You are at a point, deck 3, where you're starting to become aware of how much potential you have to receive, how much of a natural receiver you are. You're starting to become aware of how much goodness is starting to come into your life. And if you're not, you will be very soon, especially doing this exercise we just talked about. But you need to let yourself receive more. That's the big thing. I get that maybe you've been giving a lot. It's time to let yourself receive more. You can still give, but don't entangle giving and receiving. We're often taught that like in order to receive, you have to give. If you receive what you give, you get what you give. No, they're 2 separate things. But if you feel like you're giving more than you want, you will receive less than you desire, because you will start to block your natural flow. You're putting too much there instead of here, right? Like they are related, but they are not a 1-for-1. It's not like the more you give, the more you receive. It's actually sometimes the more energy you put into giving, the less energy you have to be open to receiving. You actually maybe shut down some of those receptor sites that I told you on that image I was receiving for you. So you get to open up more channels for receiving when you let yourself receive. Here's the really beautiful thing about the Goddess card is it tells us that the message to embody right now, the energy, the belief to embody in order to create more wealth in your life, is to believe that the more that you receive, the more others benefit. So the more that you allow yourself to receive, the more you allow others to give to you, the more that they get the pleasure of giving. Like when you think about when you go and you find the perfect gift for someone for their birthday, and you're like, I'm so excited to give this to them. They're going to love it. Someone you love, and you're just so excited for them to see it, and they open it and they're like, oh, thanks. That, like, don't you feel disappointed that they didn't love it? And it's like you got robbed of the opportunity to give when they didn't allow themselves to receive. When they're like, oh, you shouldn't. I wish you hadn't. I can't accept this. And you're like, you didn't receive it. I got it for you. And it's like disappointing on both ends then. That's the same thing when someone's trying to give to you, whether it's money or the universe is trying to give to you, and you're like, oh, I can't take this. Who am I? Who am I for it to get to be this easy? Who am I to have this opportunity? Who am I to get to have this? I need to give something instead. I haven't given enough to get this, which is often a subconscious program we have running. When you do that, the universe doesn't want to give more to you. Other people don't want to give more to you because you don't seem like you're open to receive. Celebrate everything you're receiving. Celebrate everything you're receiving. And know that when someone, whether it's the universe or a person, gives you something, let yourself receive it with gratitude, with grace, so that they also get the joy of giving. And you get the joy of receiving, especially when it comes to money. Receive without guilt is what I'm getting for you. That's the next thing for you to be focusing on is how do you receive more without guilt? How do you receive more gracefully? Even if you feel like you receive pretty guilt-free, can you increase the amount of grace and gratitude you give to the universe, to others when you receive? That's going to invite more in, right? And the more that you receive, the more good you do in the world, the more other people benefit. Okay, and we also have sacred stillness. So moving forward from here, as you start to allow yourself to receive more, celebrate the things that you're receiving, start owning your destiny and knowing that you're meant to receive multiple ways, looking for opportunities to maybe receive in different ways or to invest and spend in different ways that will then return money to you in different ways, and allowing yourself to receive outside of the normal prescribed path around money and doing so gracefully and gratefully. The more that you do that, the more that you're going to find you really need to do less to make more money. That the more you just kind of exist, that you're just still, that you just be a receiver, the more that you'll receive. This doesn't mean that you never do anything, that you never contribute to people's lives, to society, to your community. It never means that you don't work a day in your life. It just means that you'll have to hustle less and less and less. You'll have to struggle less and less and less. You'll have to sacrifice less and less and less, and you'll just receive more and more and more and more. And when you receive more and more and more, you'll probably want to give more and more and more naturally, but not from a place of guilt, but from a place of I'm so full, I'm overflowing with abundance, I'm overflowing with gratitude, I'm going to share some of this. You'll get to share rather than give. That's what I'm getting. So knowing that moving forward, there isn't, in order to fulfill this destiny of you receiving more and more and more and more in bigger and bigger amounts and having more and more money come in all these different ways and just being like this incredibly well-resourced, incredibly like just supported. I see you in the middle of a web of like all these different ways that money comes to you. It's like there's never just one way that if it shuts off, you're screwed financially. It's like you are so secure. That's what you're destined for, is this like insane financial security where money's coming at you from all angles. You are so held and supported by it. You are so well-resourced. Like I'm seeing that the more that happens, it's like, you're just in a web. You don't have to go anywhere. It just comes to you. You're the force that draws it in. So in order to live your financial destiny, it's just, how can you let yourself receive more? That's it. There's not all the other paths, all the other readings, the other 2 readings in this video. There were a lot of things of like, okay, heal, and then you can receive more, blah, blah. For you, it's just like, just let yourself receive. Right? Like there was a lot more of action steps or things to do from this point on for the other piles. For you, it's really like, be still. Let the things come to you. Be open to receive. And then when you are so full of receiving, just even if it's just the gratitude for what's already come in and you're so overflowing with gratitude, then share that in whatever way feels best. But then go back to letting yourself receive. Your natural state, more than any other reading, more than any other pile in this video, is receiving. Is being still and receiving, because you're worthy, because you're an extension of the universe, because you're a child of God, because you are the divine incarnate. Like, because of that, you are worthy, period. And you are someone who is designed to be a receiver, someone who receives from others, someone who receives wealth, who receives money, who receives resources, who receives opportunities, who receives love, and does it with this incredibly grateful heart. That's your financial destiny in this lifetime, is to just be spoiled by the world, spoiled by the universe, because when you're spoiled by the world, you will spoil others. It is for the highest good. But that is your destiny. And I think that's an amazing destiny, to just be spoiled by the universe. Wow. I feel like we did so much with just these 4 cards. Let's pull some from the deck you picked, and then we'll grab an affirmation to send you on your way with. Let's see what else you need to hear around your financial destiny. We have the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. This is kind of the mindset that you're meant to move through life with in order to fulfill this financial destiny and really live a lifetime of just wild receiving and the pleasure of receiving, the pleasure of money, of people giving to you, the joys that this life has to offer in the material world, but also on a like soul gratitude level. This mindset of it's never too late. Anything can happen at any moment. There's always a new possibility sprouting up, a new way money can come to me. Every moment of every day, someone's coming up with a new idea. Someone's feeling drawn to me. Anyone could reach out. The phone could ring. I could win something. I could come across money laying in the road. I could win something. I could, like, an investment I made could take off. Like, the more that you open your mind to the limitless possibilities and have this attitude of anything can happen anytime, it's never too late, anything could happen, especially around money, the more that will be your reality, the more opportunities you'll see. It'll activate your reticular activating system for possibilities, to always be looking for them, right? And then we have the return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. Anywhere where you have a story currently, deck 3, that says, I can't just receive. I can't just stay still and receive. I have to go do something to make money. I have to give something. I have to give some action. I have to do something. And it doesn't feel good to do it. It's like, where can you tell the new story? What story would you rather tell? How can you tell the story of what if I were just to be still with myself for a moment? What more could I receive right now? Right? Instead, I would say anywhere where there's you're tending to overgive, you ask, how could I receive right now? Why would it benefit everyone if I were to receive right now? And you start asking yourself that, and then telling stories from there, telling the story of what that reality could look like. The more that'll become your reality. I just see you having such a big heart. You have such a big heart, deck 3. You care so much, and you want to give to others. And the way that you're going to give more is by receiving, because you'll have more to give, but also you'll give people the pleasure of giving to you as well. So if you want to help people, it's not in overgiving your money or your time or your energy or your wisdom to the point where you're depleted. That doesn't serve anybody. You're not able to receive. You're shutting down all your receptive centers. You're meant to be walking around like this magnet for people and for opportunities. You're someone that you're meant to be receiving. So many people are here to be givers. You're here to be a receiver, and in receiving, you give. So start telling that new story of it. You don't have to give to make money. You get to receive and then give. You get to receive and then share. And then you'll receive even more, and then you'll share even more, and then you'll receive even more, and you'll share any more. So taking action from here on out, when you are full, when your cup is full, at least spiritually, emotionally, when you are full, when your heart is full with gratitude, when you can look around at the abundance you already have, the money, the roof over your head, the food to eat, even if it's, you don't know where the next meal is coming from or the next month's rent is coming from, even when you can look around and go, I'm so grateful for all that I've received from the universe, from others, for what my money has allowed me to receive right now, for the money I have received from my paycheck or from that person or from this revenue source. When you can be grateful for that money, then take the action. Then go pay the bill. Then go apply for the job. Then go do something with that energy of gratitude and receiving, fueling it, and being a receiver. This identity, this self-concept of being a receiver. Let that be behind everything. Be like, no matter what I do, I'm going to receive from this one way or another. And you just know that, and you move through the world, and the world will respond in kind. By the way, this story of being able to, tell the story and believe that the more that you are still, the more that you allow yourself to receive, and then take action from a place of receivership, from a place of gratitude for what you have received, from this overflowing energy. When you can adopt that story, this is so much of what my new Wealth Revolution program is about. It's about a different paradigm around money. It's about you changing the way you operate around money, the way you believe money works for you, so that your reality can reflect that back to you, so that you completely change and revolutionize your personal financial reality. And then in doing that, you revolutionize the world. Because remember when I said that you're here, deck 3, to help people understand that it's not just the prescribed path that leads to wealth and abundance. It's doing the calling of your soul. It's receiving. It's telling your own story. It's receiving in so many ways and being so divinely supported by the universe and by the world and by your resources. You're here to break the mold. You're here to break the societal construct and beliefs that money has to be earned through like one primary source, that money has to be a struggle or a hustle. Like you're meant to show everyone, to be the proof of concept that that isn't the only way, that that's not even the best way for most people to make or receive money. So you're meant to do it. And if you want to live that for yourself and then be able to live that for the world and show people what's possible, like this is so much of what we're doing in the Wealth Revolution program. So we're completely rewiring your personal paradigms around money so that we can rewire the world's paradigms around money as a byproduct. So if you want to come join me in that, I'll leave the link below, but that's a way to work with me for 12 whole months. The price is probably going up soon. It is a ridiculous steal of a price though. And it is, we've had our first module, you'd get the replay of it, but it's amazing. It is phenomenal. People are already having results in there. I'm just so excited about it. Okay. One last card for you from my new Cosmic Wealth Codes deck. I'm seeing people are starting to receive their deck. If you pre-ordered through my publisher, Muse Oracle Press, your deck has probably already been shipped. You might have already received it. Those of you still waiting on it from Barnes & Noble and Amazon, it'll be coming soon. But you can pre-order or order from Muse today if you haven't already. I have this moment and every moment is designed to bring me closer to the abundance I desire. This is an affirmation for you. I think it goes so well with a lot of these messages that you've received here. But this affirmation is one you can use. This kind of concept is one you can use. But this moment and every moment is designed to bring me closer to the abundance I desire. For you, Deck 3, I'd say that every moment, this moment and every moment is designed to allow you to receive more. It's designed, there's always something to be received in every moment. An opportunity, money, a resource, a connection, an opportunity, a job, support, luck. You can receive so many things in any moment. Gratitude, even receiving gratitude from others, receiving gratitude from yourself for what you have already manifested in your life. Like this moment and every moment is designed to bring you closer to the abundance you desire. And for you, it's through gratitude, it's through receiving. So this moment and every moment is designed to bring you closer to gratitude, bring you closer to receiving. Every moment is an opportunity to receive. Every moment is an opportunity for gratitude for receiving. Remembering that, and the more that you can bring that into your conscious awareness, the more that throughout your day, just like 3 times a day, and then the next day 4 times a day, and then the next time 5 times a day, and the next time 10 times a day, you start saying, what can I be grateful for? What am I receiving right now? Am I receiving ideas to make more money? Am I receiving an opportunity? Am I receiving security from past investments I've made that I'm now seeing returns on? Am I receiving the support of the money in my bank account? Like, what are you receiving? And every moment is an opportunity to receive. And the more you can navigate life like that, the more that the universe will give you more things to receive at every moment until it becomes this like kind of almost comical amount of receiving that you're going to be doing. Like I see you just receiving, oh my gosh, so much money, so much success, so many accolades, so many awards, so much respect, so much wealth, right? Like I just see you receiving so much and with so much love from the people who are giving it to you and with so much love from the universe. Like you are the ultimate receiver. And that is, wow, what a beautiful financial destiny to live, right? All right, Deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading. Let me know how it resonated. And for those of you who comment on these videos, just know that your comments mean so much to me. So thank you truly from the bottom of my heart for commenting if you do. It is so nice to connect with you on these videos in the comments. Now you are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings and other tools for abundance. I am going to leave a bunch of links in the description and pin comment for you today because this year more than ever, I have really gotten this soul clarity that I am on a mission to help more people than ever before radically transform their financial realities from the inside out and really learn how to master abundance from a soul level. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to usher in a new paradigm around money, and this is the way that I'm meant to do it. So if you are ready to make 2025 your most abundant year yet, I have got some very special ways to work with me throughout this year. And all those links that I'm about to mention, they're going to be below for you. So there'll be the link for the Cosmic Wealth Codes deck, as well as my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck and the journals that accompany both of those. So those links will be available for you if you like to have physical tools that you can hold and use for manifesting abundance and getting that guidance around wealth and money. I will also put the link to join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership. This is my low-cost monthly membership that I've designed to keep you plugged into the energy of abundance with our endless resources, daily mini money readings from me to start your day off with, and amazing community so you can more quickly manifest the wealth you desire. I will also put the link to the brand new Wealth Revolution program that I mentioned in this reading. This program is really for you if you want to work with me throughout this entire year to help you master money in a way that is soul-aligned and completely empowering, leveraging all of the innate tools you have for manifesting wealth, really stepping into your financial destiny. This is a freaking epic program, and people are already having huge results from just 1 week into it. So come join in if it calls to you, because that price is going to go up very soon. I'll also put the link for my high-level success mentorships, which I currently have a really awesome offer for my group mentorship for 2025 if you enroll in the 12-month option, because my private mentorship is now full. So the group mentorship is the highest way you can work with me, the most close way you can work with me. It includes the Wealth Revolution. If you do the 12-month, it includes the Wealth Vibe membership. It's so powerful. Or you can get on the waitlist for my private mentorship. So you can check that out. You can check out all the mentorship offers if you've been thinking of working closely with me to scale up your success in your career or business. So tons of resources for you that I'm leaving you with today, something at every price point for wherever you are on your wealth journey. But with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I will see you in another video very soon.